most of my tuition and stuff was covered, but the program that we were a part of was designed specifically to make you want to travel. And when you attend a school like NYU or any of those kinds of universities, you will quickly find that a lot of your classmates are very, very affluent and do not need to work and are very well traveled and, have like friends in Paris and things like that. And
she's saying they're rich.
Yes.
They got money.
If they ever watch this, I don't want them to think that I thought they were rich snobs, but they were great, but they had means. So for me to tag along on all of these trips, I had to come up with some cashola. So I needed a job. And the only job I could get was as a waitress at this restaurant in Florence called Acqua del Due, which is still in existence. I looked this up recently. And I was a terrible waitress. Really, really bad. So bad. I hated it, every minute of it.
Why?
Carrying the plates and being worried about dropping it. Did I get the order right? I don't know. I did not. And always having to have a smile on your face. What can I get you? I don't want to get you anything. Get it yourself. I don't know. It's not.
Cook it yourself.
It's not the profession for me. I have so much respect for those who do it and do it so well, but my God, that was not my place. But one day I was on lunch service, and the creative director of Gucci came in for lunch. At that time, their headquarters were right next to the restaurant. It was downtown Florence, which was a very touristy area, but a very posh area. She came in with one of her assistants, and she was basically complaining the whole lunch how she needs an assistant that can write in English and send emails in English. Ooh. And she was just
crap.
She was just I just need, this is ridiculous. I look so dumb all the time. These people keep sending these emails grammatically incorrect or whatever. So I did not know what Gucci was, one.
What?
All I heard was, I didn't know she was the creative director. I just knew her as this woman that's looking for someone who spoke English. That's all I knew. And I was I dropped my perfect English, and I was I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Liya. I'm a student at NYU. I speak English very well, and I understand Italian. I can write your emails for you. And I still remember Frida, looked me up and down. She's fine, come Monday. So I quit. After their table was cleared, I quit. I was okay, thank you so much for this experience. I'm out. I got a new job. I went back, and I told my roommate, who Erzan still makes fun of me for this. And she's Turkish, but she comes from a very very affluent background. And she's Liya, and she knows I know nothing about Gucci. At that time, my wardrobe consisted of my high school club t-shirts and jeans. And that's what I thought was fashionable. And I had a couple of dresses that I always wore, these really ugly cardigans that I always found. I don't know why I did that, but it was the vibe.
It was a thing back then.
Yeah, it was a thing. And you pair dresses with leggings. Remember when people used to do that? Oh, so
the
bad.
Leggings
so
with the mid-thigh dresses, and then a long cardigan that matches.
Yeah,
the
long
length
cardigan,
of the dress.
and it was always an empire waist. It was doing nobody any favors. It was just so bad. And she was Liya, if you're going to work at Gucci, you should probably get some clothes. And I was well, I have no money, so just give me something to borrow. And so I borrowed something of hers. It was something basic. It was a white shirt and black pants. And I showed up to work, and everyone there was dressed to the nines. Everyone's in stilettos, and it's Italian, so it's very bodycon outfits. And I was just what is this situazione? And that's how I started in fashion. I started off just transcribing notes and emails and sending them to her U.S. counterparts. But Frida was such a cool boss. She really was about teaching. She, at heart, was a teacher. So she would always make sure that her assistants knew exactly what we were doing, why were we doing it. And, gradually, I learned everything from her. We used to visit all of the mills together, fabric stores together, and she just taught me everything about fabrics and cuts and fits and sitting in on fittings. And it was a crash course. Jeez. And I fell in love with it.